And we're live on the Twitch, on the TV, / the Xisuma, playing on the Hermitcraft, jumping right in. We need to build the eye tunnel. That's absolutely what we need to do right now. And I don't think we're going to get anywhere near complete today. But as you can see, I've got tons and tons of like materials for construction and stuff with me. We'll start off with a little trip somewhere else as people are tuning in. We've got Dev Chimera, friendly little plants, Endervoid Wolf, Mugwump, Ye Old Envelope, Theonic in the chat there. I've walked past where we need to go. Thanks for tuning in. It's a Saturday and it's not early Saturday, is it? Like we usually do. It's midday Saturday. Yeah, my routines, my rhythms have changed. I'm not really doing the morning stream stuff at the moment. I feel like that block shouldn't be like that. It's been broken. Yeah, I won't be streaming tomorrow. Definitely wouldn't be able to do a morning stream tomorrow either. So maybe at some point that'll become a thing again. Been enjoying the sunshine, says Mugwump. Oh, that is exactly what I've been doing. Been trying to take those opportunities to get out there. In fact, after I stream, I'm going to go for a walk before I cook my dinner. Make the most of it. I try and get out there, you know, periodically. Yes, I'm actually here for wool today. Oh. Wait, I thought I had a big stockpile of wool, and it turns out I got a big stockpile of iron. Huh. And I don't really have the inventory for this right now. Dang it. I could grab some iron while I'm here too, really. Wow, I feel like someone must have been in this area a lot then, because we shouldn't have this much iron sitting around. We don't deserve it. There we go. Oh, right, in terms of shulker boxes with free space in, and not a lot going on here. Stoking the fire, thank you for your Amazon Prime subscription. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Let's hope it'll be a productive one. Dang, someone really has been in the area here. Although, you know, it doesn't take too much. Because it is a pretty fast farm. I'm just used to coming over here and finding it completely empty. But this will be good for our stockpile. You're going to see some spoilers in this video as well. So, next episode of Hermitcraft comes out tomorrow. I'm pretty stoked with it. It's me chipping away at something that had needed doing for a long time. And getting it finished. And the contents of all of that fit into my ender chest. So there are mad spoilers in my ender chest today. Right, I think that'll do. I'll keep this separate for a moment. I have not really thought too much about how we're going to do this with the inventory space that I have. New TCG cards are looking very neat, says Astro Kitties. I love them. I got my hands on a very special one of them, which led me to a very special idea. I can't wait to start working on. Not that I haven't been working on it. Jeez. I've got one of those ideas where it's like, this is so good that I am not allowed to say anything until it is finished, and it's going to take me some time to figure it out. But I've been working on something. Spoilers. Are they big spoilers or light spoilers, says Dev? They are unsubscribe, can never watch your video again spoilers. The only type that I deliver around here. Wow, I'm finding my voice feels a little tired today. It's interesting. Just sometimes it's like that, right? We did do a 3-hour stream yesterday. Maybe I need like a day to recover. I was thinking recently about, oh, I remember when my voice used to get knackered around 2 hours, and now I can do a 2-hour stream. I'm good with it. But didn't really think about the frequency of things. Anyway, beyond here is the blueprint of the tunnel that we're going to build. And yeah, I'm going to make a big change here. Right, so this is supposed to be black concrete powder. But as I've learned, mobs can spawn in here when there's more than one person in the Nether. Then Tango's mobcap filler doesn't function the same way. So if I make all of this out of carpets, it will then be spawn proof, right? When we get over to this spot here, this is where we have fence posts. So, our job is to put in these fence posts. They could be any type, really. And then fill in everything else with stone. Which is slightly annoying, because I spent all this time removing this stuff, right? We should probably put the carpets on top of it too. Because otherwise I'm going to make a mistake, I know it. Actually, that being said, look, these are out of a different material. So I could bring some black stone over here, and actually I've got these things, right? Oh, there's going to be one spot where we do need concrete powder, and I'm right next to it. Okay, so we're sort of putting together all the pieces of the puzzle. When we do the next row, we leave a gap of 1. Like this. Then we're going to come in here. I'm going to need a crafting bench, which I happen to have. Whoops, that's not a crafting bench. That's some sort of post. So now I can make that. And a lot of it. Now, this was going to be concrete. But there's no reason I can't put powder here. And that's purely a visual thing. I could actually just make that carpet as well. So, that's the thing. Right, next thing is this one and this one. So every time I want to make black wool, this is basically the way I make it. Kind of pricey. And then we want to put the wall across these blocks. And that is the floor of the whole area. And you can see here that that wouldn't actually be one of those blocks. That is my task. That is the epic grind we have to do for this humongous tunnel. But when it's done, it's going to be a sight to behold, I tell you. Bellanat, thank you ever so much for 56 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Hope you are enjoying the stream, entertained, all of that good stuff. Thank you for the support over the years. Oh, I got a hot beverage, by the way. I've always got a hot beverage, right? Probably good for drinking right about now. By the fences, mob protection, says Martin. No, the fences are so we can just traverse the area easier. And like that, we're out of wool. So that did like a sliver of the whole tunnel. You know, less than 5%, I reckon. That means I don't know if we've actually got enough of this stuff to do the whole thing. But we'll do it in stages. I'll do a little bit more of this. But we'll probably start just by placing a ridiculous amount of stone. And while we do that, we can have a good old waffle, of course. Any tasty curry lately, says Val with no socks. I mean, I've been having curries, but I guess nothing major to report. Oh good, I just finished a cup of coffee. Thanks for a reminder. I literally talked about it to remind myself, then forgot. It's like I always want to place one more block. Oh dang, that is still actually quite hot. Twitch Hero Jedi says, I can't wait for someone to get to 1 billion derp coins. Why is that? That's a bit of a strange thing to wish for, because when someone has 1 billion derp coins, by the law of derp coin, all the derp coins disappear. I mean, that's the fundamental agreement behind how derp coin works. If one person acquires 1 billion, all derp coin is eradicated. That's how we solve wealth inequality. Hi X, have you had a good day so far? I've had a great day so far. You know, I've done a few jobs here and there. Been for a run, been in the sauna, had something to eat, feeling good. Cleaned the house as well. So now the rest of the day for me is more like relax. Any bands I've been stuck on recently, says the D13. Not really, actually, no. I don't know. I've been trying to like change my habits a bit with music and try and find new and interesting stuff, and you know, I found a couple of things, but I haven't really found something to massively get into as of yet. And I don't want to keep just like listening to the same sorts of music over and over again. It's very easy to do that. I've been like quite intentionally trying to find, you know, something else, and not really found what it is yet. I have been listening to a lot of like spacey, focusy ambient music as of late. That's been kind of fun. I say fun, more like productive. It's like a different frame of mind. I just kind of go into this get stuff done kind of mindset. That doesn't even sound right either. I don't know. It just helps me. It helps me do things. That kind of music, right? Like if I need to focus on a task, I really like that kind of vibe. Right, so we need fence posts, clearly. Now, if I hop in here to... Oh yeah, what I'm thinking of isn't actually in here. Huh. Well, I don't have any more fence posts. I could use walls as well. There are walls in here, but like, not a crazy amount just left though. I could use stone. I've literally got what I need on me. Yeah, okay. So stone cutter is now in here. Right, and then I take that one, plop it down, and we can get walls like this. Yes. Ah! Now we're thinking. Now we're absolutely thinking. Despite how it looks, it functions the same way. Right, and because of that, I'm probably going to want to put the carpet in again. We got another noise in the air. Who could it be here? It's... Cantorad with some cheers and biddies, saying, I appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support as well. Thank you for doing that. I hope you're going to enjoy the stream today. It's going to just be one of those hang out and grind kind of streams. So, like, if any of y'all have got talky topics, we can talk the talky topics. Kind of feel like we don't need that on the side of the screen right now, do we? Don't need it there. I stumbled into Japanese flute music a while back, so calming. That sounds nice. I like calming music. Sounds like it could be interesting. Dunker out says, hey X and chat, good morning Argentina. Good morning, good morning. Have you seen TOTK? No, I haven't seen TOTK, but I've seen TOCD. Oh! Take that, I've seen it already. Forget TOTK, it's all about TOCD. Have you seen the One Tree Knowledge? I've got no idea what that stands for. Chat looks very confused too. You don't know what TOTK stands for? God, lame. Out of touch. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Tears of the Kingdom. I got no idea what that is. Are you a fan of Gorillaz? Couldn't find any reviews on your blog. I mean, I like their music, but I've never gotten deep into them. Yeah, that's another thing as well. Like, because I do the music blog, it's always like, you know, get a record, write about it, get a record, write about it. I like writing about it, but I was just thinking, like, when was the last time I, like, listened to something that was just so different? It was, like, really fun and interesting to describe. So, yeah, on my own little musical journey, it's just like, I'm slowing down. I'm sort of waiting for that thing that it's going to be new and fresh and different. How was humanity yesterday, says Ed. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm definitely going to pick that one up and do some more of the puzzles. I could definitely be a little bit, like, I could critique some of the way you play the game, but it's a very preference thing. I don't like the way... I say I don't like, that's probably even a little bit strong, right? I'm not really a fan of how you're in the environment of the puzzle. Because then, like, the puzzle sort of gets in the way a little bit. I like being, like, standing back from the puzzle and just being able to, like, jump right into the spot where you see what you need to do. When you have to move around the puzzle and be a part of it at the same time, it gets a bit, like, a little bit frustrating. If you're stuck with a puzzle, it gets frustrating. If things are going smoothly, it's actually pretty nice to be in that kind of environment. What do you think about baking your own bread? It takes a while, but it can be very meditating and rewarding for some people. I did it last night and it was great. Yeah, I would love to do that, but I'm just not a big bread eater. The thing for me is, like, I have a little bit, like, bread, I'll have a little bit every now and then, but it's not part of my regular diet. Drew Dude says, I really like the way you write about music. It's genuinely incredible and perspective. Would you say it's a talent? I think that people undoubtedly have, let's say, mental abilities that genetics can influence, but I think the myth of, like, talent and gift can be a little bit of a disservice sometimes. So I'm not saying by using that language you're doing a disservice, but in some scenarios it almost is when you say, like, you know, someone's so talented, they've just got the gift, you know. Most of the time, when you say something like that, the person that you're saying it to has put an extraordinary amount of hours into the thing you're talking about. If you go back and read my very first music blogs, they're not that good. You know, I might have had a bit of a, I don't know, air quotes, head start or whatever. Like, I'd really thought about doing it for a long time. I really liked the expressive use of language. So I had a bit of a kickstart in me to get into that thing. I knew what I wanted to do with it. So that goes a long way. But, you know, when you say, like, when we talk about talent, I think we accidentally diminish the time it takes to acquire skills. You could pop along to my stream right now and be like, whoa, this guy's, like, you know, chatting and playing a game and being articulate, right? And wow, you're so talented. But it's like, well, if you go and watch my old streams, I'm clearly not as good at multitasking this stuff. And so it's something that I've built up a skill set over time. It's easy to listen to, you know, an amazing guitarist like Daryl Dimebag and be like, oh my god, he's got a gift from heaven. Like, how can he be so good? Well, he also spent an extraordinary amount of time as a child playing his guitar, you know, like, literally, apparently you couldn't, like, separate him from his guitar. He would skive school, you know, and just play guitar all day. So, like, if you do something like that, you're going to end up being a pretty good guitarist. Where do you think talent versus hard work intersect, says Canturard. I think you've just, like, distilled the question to a very fine point. For me, I think it's mostly hard work. Right, I think it's mostly the things that you do are informing your ability. The practice gives you the muscle memory, all of that kind of stuff, right? There is definitely an element of natural ability, but I don't think it goes as far as you think. There's a really good example of this, actually, if we turn to athletics. Logical Geek Boy, thank you for your 13 months with the Amazon Prime. Appreciate it ever so much. Hope you're enjoying the stream, and thank you for all you do. Appreciate your tutorials and whatnot. There was something of yours you did recently. I was gonna, dang it, I've got it in my head like a thread. Like, there was a new Logical Geek Boy farm or something that had inspired me, but I've forgotten wherever that went. You know, I get inspired so much, and I write all these ideas down, and then sometimes they just get lost. The D13 says, though it's not Dimebag, I get the chance to see Pantera this fall. Zakk Wylde is stepping in on guitar, at least Phil is still singing. Yeah, for me, the Pantera reunion is a bit of a joke. I think Phil Anselmo has shown his true colours. And I don't really wish to support a person like him anymore. You know, if they're on the bill, I'll probably go check it out, but I am not enthused about that possibility the way I might have once been. You know, yeah, we'd all love to see Pantera and see those songs again, but for me, that guy's just, it's a bit sad, really. You know, like I said, he's shown his true colours. Vanhar, 21, thank you so much for 66 months. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're entertained, enjoying the stream that we're doing here today. Excuse me, 66. That's an Evil X, isn't it? Goodness me. Armored Monkey's here for 57. 3 more months. Thank you, X, and thank you to everyone in the community. I love this place. You are all amazing. Have a great day. What a lovely message. Yeah, lots of amazing people here. That actually brings me to a talky topic that I really wanted to get into and totally forgot about, and I was going to write it down and I forgot about it. I'm getting pretty good at making notes of things I need to do, but even then, there's so much racing through my mind sometimes I forget simple stuff, right? Like, I wanted to talk about the Hermitcraft community today. Because together over the years we have built an amazing community. Just a great group of people, you know. I don't mean like us hermits, I mean like the general atmosphere of the community has just always been really terrific. I've rarely seen anything negative well, I say rarely, I don't think I ever have seen anything negative put out there about Hermitcraft or anything like that, so that's terrific. But just the other day, I don't want to go into details because I could tell you exactly what the scenario was, but I don't think I should just because I don't know where the line of transparency goes. But it was in a call with someone who's had to deal with a lot of Hermitcraft fans recently and had nothing but praise. They couldn't believe how well behaved and how nice all y'all were, and really warmed my heart. One of the things I've always felt like in life is finding a way to contribute to society or humanity. You know, if I was good at the science or something, I could be in some lab, you know, helping advance medical science or whatever. Like, my skill sets don't seem to fall in places with like practical, obvious, real world implications. But, you know, I found this space where I can entertain people, and people need to be entertained. Like, we all need that relief, we all need that relaxation. And so if I can become better at doing this and enjoy it along the way, then maybe this is just the way that I contribute, right? So it may not be as like obvious and amazing as, you know, scientific and technological breakthroughs that increase the quality of people's lives. When you hear a story like that where someone just tells you, hey, you created a really amazing community, it gives you a lot of warmth that, hey, actually there's something positive going on here. Like, this is making a difference. You know, not that I didn't know that we help make a difference, because everyone makes a difference. Like, change is the one thing that is consistent. It is unavoidable. We will all change. Change is a fundamental part of life as time passes by, second by second. So we all have an impact in the world. We all participate in it. Oh my god! This is working out really badly right now. But now the lava's gone, and I also have a Totem of Undying, which I may not need to use. Can't I have my sentimental little moment in peace? Universe, you're trying to take it away from me. Jeez. There was definitely a moment there where I was like, don't panic, but this doesn't look like it's working out very well. Yeesh. I've lost my train of thought now. But yeah, we've helped shape a community. We've been like-minded people drawn together for a shared passion of creativity and Minecraft. And then there have been things over the years where we see, you know, not just like a nice, polite community. I've seen it in my own Patreon community and like those smaller subsets, like your comment sections, your Reddit, your this place, that place related to Hermitcraft. You see them in those places. But lately, we've seen some bigger implications of our community, i.e. the money that we raised for charity, with Scar leading the way on that one. That was all him, you know. Like, others definitely put in more than I did. I just kind of turned up, you know, to support my fellow hermits and see what would happen, and I was kind of blown away by it. And something really interesting about that whole event is that I can't remember how it was worded, but the money raised, I think, was like one of the largest done online without a corporate donor. So usually in charitable events, you would find some corporate donor to come along and get involved and like chip in a bunch of money along the way to keep the money going up or whatever for charity. And we didn't have any of that. It was all grassroots. It was all of you. And apparently, like, the average donation was quite low as well, because it was just anyone who could chip in a few bucks, and there were no big corporate sponsors or anything like that. And that totally blew my mind, you know? Blew my mind. So, I think what I was trying to say is that you all contribute in a way. Like, you contribute to society if you know, start up a little bit of small talk with a stranger in a shop, or you're just friendly to someone, you help an old lady across the road. Like, all the interactions we have with one another, they all shape our days and our worlds. And so just starting with the simplest of things, just being nice to one another, I think it goes like a longer way than people might think. Sometimes just a simple smile can change life, as Cantorad. Yes, it really can. Everyone's got baggage, everyone's got issues, everyone feels anxious and awkward at times. And I think just being nice to strangers is like a simple way that might remind someone, hey, we're all human, we all go through it, you know? Don't worry about it. It's part of life. Right, look at that. I feel like the pandemic made a big difference to the community. Although Hermitcraft was already a safe space, it became a safe escape for many more people. It inflated the size of our community, that's for sure. And without too much negativity in the wake of that. Sometimes when you have a large influx of people into a situation, it can cause problems, but it didn't for us. Like, that feeling that the Hermitcraft community has still feels the same to me. Still see that positivity, those warm vibes. Being nice to someone is how my best friend and I met when we were like 6 years old. It's been 24 years now and still going strong. That's lovely to hear. Yeah, you know, you be nice to a stranger. Only good can come of it. If you're mean to people, you know, that'll lead you in another direction. Sphinx76, thank you for 28 months. We've got Crappy Toast here for 19. Not gonna lie, the Hermitcraft videos are a huge inspiration for me to just be nice to people and be cool. For example, how Hermitcraft goes about mistakes was so enlightening for me when I was young. Mistakes are okay, as long as you fix them. Anyway, have a nice stream. Glad to hear that, that's awesome. Yeah, I guess like being a bit more open and transparent about how we've you know, worked through certain struggles as a group and made mistakes. Hearing how that helps others is wonderful too. Zakel16, thank you ever so much for 17 months, and Danny Hugin74 is here with the Prime. Thank you so much for using that on me, greatly appreciated. So on the note of making mistakes and whatnot, yeah, we're human, we will make mistakes, and you know, saying that out loud can go a long way sometimes. One of the things I find really interesting, this was a concept I think I first heard Jocko Willink sort of present, and I've heard it like regurgitated a bunch of times in other places. But I've really seen the benefits of it, but like it's called extreme ownership. And it's the idea of like, when there is a problem that occurs, you think more about solutions than blaming. So, you know, when you're sitting on the couch, legs spread out, relaxing, enjoying yourself a cup of tea, you know, someone's running about, not looking what they're doing, they trip over your legs, the tea goes everywhere, stuff breaks. It's super easy just to, like, you know, blame the other person. rather than look at what you were doing yourself. Maybe I could have been attentive towards what they were doing. Maybe I should have, had my legs in and not spread out. And sometimes this applies to situations where clearly it's just, one person's been silly and now you have a big mess to clean up. But when you think about taking responsibility yourself for a situation like that, you start to think in terms of solutions. So it becomes less of like blame and more of like, well, how do we fix this, right? And it might be, rather than having a shouting battle and telling someone off, that you get to work on cleaning it up and talk through what happened and take steps to make sure it doesn't happen again. Operating from a place of just like not trying to point fingers and just come up with an answer, that can go a long way in a lot of situations. And it's easy to want to feel like injustice, or no one really likes seeing someone else get away with something, right? But if you just take ownership of problems, you kind of free yourself of them as well. Like, it becomes less of a hassle once the thing is dealt with and solved. What if I'm the one getting blamed, says Light Soul. Well, so when you're the person on the receiving end of it, like I've orchestrated this example from the perspective of like having not been the wrongdoer. Let's say you're the wrongdoer, and maybe by a stretch, clearly, you got that one totally wrong, and now you've caused a mess. Often we tend to, some of your first instincts, your emotional instincts, are to protect yourself from the blame, to come up with reasons why, no, it's not my fault. And again, if you take ownership of it, sometimes, yeah, that comes with consequences. You get in trouble. But you can also then start to, take those steps to work towards a solution and learn from the experience, etc. And I find that mode of thinking extremely helpful sometimes. Because, especially in collaborative environments, when you hit like sticky patches of like communication isn't working well, or this thing isn't going right, it's really easy to like just sort of naturally think, well, I'm doing everything right, and so the other person must be getting this thing wrong. And not in terms of, like, if you flip it on yourself, you might be like, hey, can I communicate better with this person? I've said it this way, maybe I can say it another way to try and get the point across. In my head, I'm thinking of some simple things where I've worked with people and like the communication just isn't working, and then, in the past I would have got frustrated and given up, and now it's more like I try to turn it on myself and be like, hey, communication is a two-way street. Like, what part of this am I not doing as good as I could? When you think like that, you see, you have power over yourself. You don't have power over other people, right? You can't control other people. You can't change them. And therefore, the situations you're in together, your autonomy is with yourself. Oh, there's supposed to be some blocks there, isn't there? To move along and just take the blame for it when you know it wasn't you, so others get past playing the blame game, so you can't get the job done, says Merkdolf. Yeah, sometimes it's a case of just, taking a hit for the team kind of thing. I feel like that's a little bit different from what I'm saying though, because like if something nasty happens, you don't want to be like known for something bad that's happened. You don't want that like on your shoulder. There was a job that I used to work at, right? And there was a chap there who was quite loud and talkative, and I used to go off into different parts of the building to do different jobs, and then this guy couldn't put two and two together that I was somewhere else working, and just sort of thought that I wasn't doing anything and would say it out loud in front of other people and stuff. And it sort of became a bit of a running joke. I don't know where I'm going with this story. I don't know where we started. Yeah, we had a magma cube spawn over there because Mumbo came through. That's why we're putting carpets in here. So now you know why we're not using the black concrete powder. So there was like this sort of running joke between me and some of the other colleagues that I'm just not doing anything, right? Like I'm off skiving. And it was just kind of funny that this guy would believe it while I was off working, you know, in other parts of the building. Anyway, then I started to hear the managers, like, overhearing what he was saying and taking it as truth and saying it back to me. And I was like, no, I've been working all evening. This is just a joke. He just doesn't understand that I'm working in a different room. And that was real eye-opening. I was like, well, there you go. You know, I had a laugh, and it kind of backfired on me, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what the point of that story was. Probably just something about communication, right? He's not doing anything. Dangerous joke, job ending. Well, it is once, like, the managers start repeating it. See, like, I guess it goes to show the managers didn't even know all the work I was doing. But yeah, you know, the lesson was just like, yeah, you're having a joke and a laugh, but like, because you're having it at someone else's expense, you know, you're not dealing with the truth, and then if the wrong idea goes around. Appreciate the stream despite some of the nicest weather we've had in the UK in a while, says Haynes. Yeah. Cooped up inside watching a stream. I guess you could be out having a walk just listening. With some headphones, right? I'm going to go out for a walk later today again. I'm really trying to make the most of this summer. I've worked so hard through previous years, you know. I've been grinding this YouTube game, and I'm just getting to that point now where it's like, at some point I've got to really kind of like, you know, get back to simpler things and stop worrying about content. I've had a lot of content brain over the years. I'm trying to uncouple myself from that. I got the double doors wide open with a happy cat sunbathing, says Everstew. Sounds lovely, that. Sounds lovely. Hey, we had a gifted sub, by the way, that I missed. Andy, alright, you've been gifted a sub by Armored Monkey. Thank you ever so much for supporting our community, my dude. Appreciate you gifting that sub. Hope you're entertained and enjoying the stream. Enjoying the stream, as it goes. I am amazed at how much we've got done in 40 minutes. I thought we wouldn't even touch this project, but you know, it's going. Actually, there's a fair bit more carpet placing to do. And now I've got to wander back and get more white wool. It's so refreshing to be in nature, says Hailey Bailey. I get a lot of that feeling, that kind of like peacefulness, and yeah, it is really refreshing and peaceful. And you gotta work for it. You gotta make a habit of it, right? Gotta remind yourself. It's so easy just to fall into those grooves and keep doing the next thing and the next thing, and it's like, sometimes you just gotta turn everything off and go for a walk. There's something else I've been doing a little bit of, just trying to better enjoy and focus my attention more on simpler things, and like not get all caught up in, you know, the content brain of constantly like consuming stuff, and more just like be in the moment. Hi, what's the plan for the tunnel, X? The plan is to build it. That is the plan. I don't know what else to say about it other than we need to build it. So yeah, we started talking about how amazing the Hermitcraft community is. One of the reasons I wanted to start talking about that was actually to ask all of you, what things could we do for you? Like, it just made me wonder, is there more things we could do with our community? Is there ideas out there that are, you know, amazing things we could do and achieve together? I am actually working on a idea I've gotten the approval from the other hermits. And now what I need to do is execute that idea. And it might take me a while. It might take me a while because it's going to start for a building project. If I get to do this though, it'll be a very community, like Hermitcraft community oriented project that will just be absolutely amazing. I know it will if I can pull it off. And I don't really have to do a lot to pull it off either. Like it's kind of like this one thing, and then it's like a concept, and then from there it can just bloom. Yeah, the beacon there, that's going to be the very last bit that we do. Back rubs. Ha! HermitCon. I mean, I'm not the person to speak to about conventions because they're not a thing that I do. Hermit game night evening. I would like to do that. I'd be up for a games night, but I don't know, getting everyone together or just a bunch of us for like random games tends to not be something that happens that much. You know, I don't know what I was asking for when I asked. So like, think outside of the box. I don't know, it just made me wonder, like, someone out there might have like a really amazing idea for a communal thing that you just haven't thought of. As for me, I am personally feeling as happy as ever in the Hermitcraft community. Don't even know what else you could do. Amazing job. Thank you, my dude. Lovely message. Yeah, there might not be too much. Maybe sometimes the reason you haven't done a certain thing is because there isn't something to be done. It kind of made me rethink the whole mid-season World Tour server idea a little bit, but we had such a negative backlash from that. That one feels a little bit painful still. Because I'm pretty sure the same thing will happen again if we try and do it again. So that was one idea that came to mind that I think... I mean, we could talk about it again, but I imagine the same concerns are just going to be a problem. Hermitcraft the movie. I don't know what that would be. A TCG battle between hermits and viewers. That's something that I've done myself already, right? Like, we've got the online edition of TCG, and I've played against some of y'all on stream. I do want to get back into doing that again. I really enjoy the TCG stuff. So maybe when those new cards drop online, they've done a lot of updating to the website. They've given it like a real good like layout. It looks a bit more like Bedrock Edition. So we'll probably do some of that again. So by games night, you mean playing games with the community? There's always this trickiness with doing stuff with your community, which is, like, we're content creators, and we have like a certain understanding among one another as to how to create content together, which is potentially like lost on audience members. And that, like, I'm not saying that in a like a blamey or problematic way. I just mean that, like, if you jump into a call with a bunch of random people, there will be some people who don't understand like the etiquette between creators, you know, the boundaries and like how you work together as creators, and that can make things a little tricky. A very easy example, because a lot of this stuff that I'm thinking of is the more subtle stuff, but a very easy example is someone, you know, jumps in yelling, screaming, effing and jeffing because they're having such a good time. Right, and then they forget, oh yeah, like, that's not how, like, we talk to each other. It's things like that, adjacent to that, so it kind of makes those sorts of things a little trickier. The Hermitcraft political party. Considering we do next to nothing political, I do not know why you'd want that. It's the old, you know, you say something nice and people start going, X for president, and it's like, yeah, really? Like, I get it, it's a nice gesture, but, like, if you put me in charge, I'd be a very incompetent person. I've got very little experience at, like, any of that stuff. It's super easy just to think, oh, just because they're nice, they can you know, do one of the world's hardest jobs. You know, that it's a weird sentiment when you break it down and think about it. Like, you want someone with no experience to, like, run a country. It sounds like a bad idea. Stay out of politics, says Merkdolf. Stay out of those politics. Look, oh no, you got your leg in the politics. Why'd you do it? It's all sticky. Ah, it's stuck to you now, those politics. Regnito, thank you ever so much for the raid. Welcome all the raiders. We're playing some Minecraft, obviously. Jeez, look at all these blocks. Virtual Hermitcon in Minecraft. That's a terrific idea. Immediately, though, it's the same problem as... the absolute same problem as the World Tour stuff. But, think in terms of solutions and not problems. There are differences. Now, a real life event would cause the response. Here's how I'm imagining it. I read a comment. X was so gutted I couldn't go to so-and-so con. Really wanted to meet you and all that kind of stuff, right? Now, that's because we just kind of accept the situation as IRL cons. You might be able to get a ticket. You might not get a ticket. You might meet someone, you might not. That's like accepted. Yet when we do it online, when we create a Hermitcraft World Tour, the response is, this is so unfair, I didn't get to participate. Now, I think it's because of the nature of the online versus the IRL situation. It creates a different frame of mind as to how you think about it. You think, online, I should be able to access it. And therefore, somebody did something wrong because I couldn't get what I wanted. That's how I think it kind of goes down. Without, like, I'm talking about, like, the person isn't even thinking this. It's just, like, on the emotional level. This is why it unfolds this way. If that's true, a online Hermitcon could potentially be presented differently. You could potentially sell tickets for it, right? You could really shape it in a way that doesn't fall victim to those problems. You could do the same thing with the World Tour as well, actually. So, yeah, there's ideas there. There's ideas to be had. There's ideas to be had. Okay, now we're going to go get some blackstone, I believe. We need blackstone stairs, black concrete, and then down at this end... oh, all of that was supposed to be filled in. Right, okay. What's this? Yellow concrete? I think there's some yellow terracotta here as well. Or maybe I'm mistaken. No, it's just yellow concrete. We're grabbing yellow concrete and blackstone by the looks of it. And I'm going to need some more of those carpets. Yellow concrete, blackstone. Don't let me forget, peeps. How about working with a maze where tickets for Virtual Hermitcon are sold for charity? It doesn't need to be expensive and there needs to be a cap. Maybe it could be for a couple of days so that more people can participate. Great idea, great idea. I'm going to write that one down. Yeah, Virtual Hermitcon might be a potential thing. I think selling tickets would lead to similar comments as Animales. It could do. There's always that one person, right? For anything, there's always that one person. Like that can take what you're doing and turn it into Nazism or whatever. Like just make the worst of it. There's always that one person that will do that. It's more about like what's the broader average response. That gives you an indicator of like how it's being perceived and whatnot. You know, ultimately we're just trying to do a nice thing as well. That's what really hurt about doing the world tours. It's like we're just trying to do something nice at the end of the day. Right, I have 5 yellow concrete, not good enough. I think I ripped out all of the stuff from here too. I don't think I'm going to need more than a couple stacks. And gravel is in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Ah, we got the powder. Let's go. Maybe another HC stream weekend sometime. Definitely we need to do more of those. I think it's just sort of lost its charm a little bit. We also did a lot of that during lockdown, so like there was way more availability. I keep looking at it and I'm like, I keep looking at it. Oh, I didn't grab enough dye. And then I also just aimlessly wandered to the absolute wrong place. What I mean is, what I'm trying to say. And now what was he talking about? The weekends, yeah. During the lockdown, we did a lot of those stream weekends. Everyone was available. I'm trying to do stuff on the weekends these days. And often when they come round, it's like, I look at that spreadsheet and I'm like, when can I help? When can I stream? And it's like, I can either do like this crowded time or like 8 in the morning and that's it. The last couple of times we've done it, it's been like that. More nights / times like HHH, but not necessarily always helping others, could just be doing fun things. Yeah, I've been trying to communicate this idea of like doing when it comes to ideas. So I've been trying to do that myself, where like if I have this idea, it needs to like be actionable in a way. And so when it comes to doing stuff as a group, everyone wants to do things, you know, we could do this, we could do that, but it's just about like actioning those ideas. And I've seen a little bit of that recently. What was it? Someone did something that really kind of... Well, Scar. You know, Scar with his charity live stream is a case of actioning an idea. We all want stuff like that to happen, and we all give it the thumbs up, but then you need someone to take the lead and make it happen. And that's usually the difference, is that we all want to do more stuff with each other, but you need a leader in that. You need someone who brings people together and makes it happen. Do any of you remember Ren hosting a Hermits Helping Hermits? Like in season 7, and it was just an absolutely amazing event. But it was mostly because he took his own idea to this Hermits Helping Hermits thing when it first came on, and he led the way on it. And it never really happened again, because no one else, myself included, right? Like, I wouldn't be comfortable with hosting it the way Ren did, but it's the way he took action on it and had a vision, you know, that's what made it special. Like, he had a vision of what to do, and then he brought it to life. He was the host. He had us doing things, asking questions. He made it entertaining for everyone. Like, that's the difference between the idea and the thing happening. And it's surprisingly difficult. It's surprisingly difficult to figure out how your ideas become actions when a lot of them rests on other people. So if you want to do something as a group, we could always get together and do stuff as a group. But like, what's the vision for it? Who's leading the charge? Ah, I just found something very important inside of there, which is great. Oh, I already have a bunch of this stuff. So I was looking for the thing to make these, but actually got them right here in a ways. I also really like this temporary thing. Maybe we can rebuild it. Maybe it can be like a... Oh, they're actually all staying, are they? And what goes there then? Is that correct at that level? Oh, it's slabs. Oh, now it all makes much more sense. Oh, there's a whole thing to do over here as well, apparently. Polished slabs. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this quite the same, but I will make some modifications. Wow, I couldn't actually see down there, and it looked like there was a giant hole of death. So that is not stairs. That's easy enough to see. It's really awkward to look at this stuff. Like the crossover, or like you said, Scar's charity event, right? Says Parkour. Yeah, you need someone taking lead on it. I think the crossover was, like, although it was a bigger thing to pull off, it was such a big thing that everyone wanted to be a part of that it made it kind of easier from that perspective, that everyone was like on the same page with what we were doing. I think it's some of like the mid-level smaller stuff that's kind of trickier to do. What am I looking for now? Black wool. Is that in here? Yeah, it's in here. Why is my totem like... Oh, because we made concrete. What is that doing there? I almost died earlier here in the Nether. So yeah, that looks good. Then black concrete powder. So that would become carpet. And then these blocks are yellow concrete. Oh, right, okay. We double up on the yellow. I forgot about that. I guess if I change this temporarily... you know what? This stuff's going to go. So I don't know why I'm trying to keep it up. Oh, there goes some of it. Okay, so these are just slabs here, aren't they? And then apparently we've got like stairs there. That's one bit of it, but this bit I don't understand. Is it possible that all of this is like off by one block? Oh no, I see what's going on. I see it now. I see it as I remember. Right. I'm going to modify it slightly. So the blocks that I'm not placing are going to be carpet, I think. It's a bit odd on one side. I don't know why it's like that. And then there's the question of, does this look awful or not? I don't think it does, but for some reason I want to rotate this one. Right, so now you got like the entrance into this space. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, and then we need some blocks here, and then we need some of the light grey carpet on it. I will have to go get that dye. No, I won't have to go get that dye because of my amazing ender chest. Yes! This is why I took the time to do all of the hard work of reorganising my ender chest, because look, there is grey dye right here, and that is grey carpet, isn't it? Excellent, excellent. How much of that will I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 3 pieces of it. Oh, that's an interesting discovery. The way that's worded, pretty brutal. Oh no, actually I need 4. I need 4 pieces of dye. Oh, maybe I got that all wrong in my head. I needed more. I need another 2. Might happen a few more times. Is this a distraction? Not today, not today, ZF says. Dang. Yeah, that's why I took all the time to do that, right? So then you get these little moments where you can just figure that out and take advantage of that, right? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is preserve our scaffolding for a moment. Now we're going to build up... Oh, this can go. I don't know why that's been left there. And the candles. Oh, my inventory is getting way too full now, isn't it? I can feel it. Got too much junk. Right, that makes a little more sense of that madness. And we'll take this stuff and build it up some more. Is it a discovery if it's the same thing again? Me keeping the scaffolding up is actually going to be a huge pain in the butt, I think. Goodbye. Just decided goodbye. That clever. It can be discovered twice, only if you are ZF Mad Scientist. Speaking of mad scientists, there's a transition you never thought you'd hear. Speaking of mad scientists, you know. Speaking of doing backflips off a wall. Let's move that up a little bit. Can't wait to see the next Z advancement, yeah. I've got a feeling it involves dying in lava because of my brain smarts. I'm so clever, me. Deciphering the cryptics. You can see that there is this here. Oh yeah, there's actually candles here. Because there was once a translucent block of forms that I think got taken out of the design eventually. So if you're curious about why there's candles there, that's just a little hangover from the original design. Intuitions has helped me, I'm switching. It's my intuition, isn't it? Doc is a mad scientist. Zed is a glad scientist. A glad scientist. I don't think I've ever heard that before. The glad scientist. Okay. Keep on building. I want to hear about the mad scientist now. Don't leave us hanging, X, as ever do. There is no mad scientist. It was just a joke. It was just about the transition. Okay, so it's going to be like that. And then pretty sure it's just all the way up here. So now when we drop into the tunnel... Oh, interesting. I missed some blocks. Ah! I can't even get there. Can I? I can't even use scaffolding, right? I have to... Yeah, I have to do this. Oh my god. You want to put one more on top? You got to fall the way down again. Oh yeah, I was making a video about scaffolding some time ago. Completely forgotten about that. I feel like scaffolding is kind of block that like feels very unfinished. I want to add more of this here, and I have. Oh, this was so worth it. I have a chest for that because now I can just be like, oh, there it is. It's that one, isn't it? Actually, I think it wasn't. I think it might have been this one. That don't look right. But all the way up at the top, I just get a feeling like that space needs to be filled up. Yeah, that works for me. Quite an eye-grabbing bit of tunnel, isn't it? Eye-grabbing. Get it? Oh, cause I, like, I've got an eye and I'm looking at you for it, you know? No, I mean the other I mean the letter I. Oh, got it wrong. I got it wrong. So now there is that. I also want to make it clear this doesn't go anywhere yet. I think we should use iron bars instead of scaffolding. Iron bars might not actually be a part of this, funny enough. I think I might have missed... I missed iron bars and trapdoors. It just kind of came back to me that I missed those blocks. You'll see them in here, that they're just blocking off things that aren't full. Yeah, I kind of skipped over iron trapdoors and iron bars. It's just going to come back to me. I remember working on that a little bit and then getting distracted. In which case, I'm going to need a crafting bench. Yeah, there's a crafting bench in there. I've actually also got one here. Iron bars, therefore we need iron. Did I drop the iron off back at my base like I was supposed to? Nope. Not a problem. Right, we'll take that. And we'll use it to do parkour. Angry Canine! Thank you so much for 97 months, my dude. Appreciate it. Evil X in the house. Just got home from working outside in the rain. There is no better way to recover from a rough night at work than catching your stream. Cheers, my dude. Appreciate the lovely message. Thank you for the continued support. Approaching that 100 club, right? I've actually got something in the works for that, believe it or not. I've got something in the works. Yeah, thank you, my dude. It's interesting you mentioned the rain. We were talking about how nice the weather is over here in the UK earlier. The weather ain't the same everywhere, is it? Somewhere it's snowing. Somewhere it's sunny. Okay, I think that'll do. I like that. You get a little bit of a, ooh, what's going on here? You know? That's different. Something's being built. X, do you know what happened to the dare stick? I do not. I do not. I forgot about that thing. Right, all of that can get sorted out at another time. For now, though, we need to go and make concrete next, I think. And it needs a little tidy up, basically. Let's start with stuff that goes back into the ender chest. And then I just got to remember which order I plop things in as well. There you go. I could make a custom ender texture where, like, in the empty slots are, like, the imprint of the item. And then that way, like, it's like a little slot reminder or something. This thing goes here. Anyway, peeps, for the next part of the stream, I feel like I should probably stretch my legs and do some standing, right? I've been sat down for over an hour. That is too long for me. No wonder I thought... Oh, desk, what are you doing? You're going the wrong way. That's down, not up. Jeez. So yeah, if you're enjoying today's stream, be sure to leave a follow. Leave a follow. That's not the one, is it? But yeah, hit that follow button. Peeps, I'm going to nip to the loo. So don't go anywhere, because I will be right back. So I have just been talking to myself. It's kind of funny. The last thing that I said was, sometimes I forget to remove the Be Right Back screen. I got that right. And then I looked over and saw I was muted. I was like, well, I forgot about that bit. Forgot about that bit, I guess. I was just saying, maybe we should do something different for the next part. We've got quite a lot done here. Oh, you're stuck the other side, sucker. You can't get through that gap. Even though technically you should be able to, right? Funny. Interesting. Let's tidy this little bit here up. Yeah, very typical of me to do that. I need to have a little look at my list of things to do. I didn't really expect to get that much done, and I don't want to bore you to death with a lot of concrete placing, which is next. I think I'm going to leave the portal at the end till last. So, like, the one other thing that I could do is maybe just build up... Oh, yeah, I got the polished stairs to place, and we brought the blackstone for that. And then just behind here, I want to put in, like, stone so that we don't waste stuff. Okay, so we want stone and blackstone, which happen to be in here. And then we want a grindstone. Okay. Probably going to need a stack of those. And then where to put the stone? In here too? Oh, it's not a lot of stone, is it? Yeah, maybe I won't bother with the stone then, because if I don't have a lot, I'm just taking trips back and forth over and over again. Thank you for the dirt faces in chat letting me know that I am useless. Appreciate you, thank you. So kind. I always forget to unmute on a Discord call. It happens, doesn't it? Did you finish your hot beverage? I did indeed. What I need now is a cold beverage. Actually, really feel like I need a drink of water. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, that's necessary. Necessary water. Goodness me, just guzzled half a litre. God, it's definitely thirsty. Wow, we're going to need over a stack of this stuff. I have this weird problem with making slabs and stairs and stuff. I always just seem to make way less than I need. Every single time. I'm very, like, super conservative with it. That's like I'll do that many this time. And it probably won't be enough. And look at where I put these blocks. I guess we'll come back here again real soon. What do you think is better, tea or coffee? I think tea is probably, air quotes, better. But it's, you got both, right? Like I drink coffees and teas at different times of the day. Absent says, oh, I do that too. I'll be talking for like several minutes before I realise I didn't unmute. It's the worst, isn't it? You realise that you got to repeat yourself and all the things that you were saying. I'll tell you what, it definitely looks more interesting to look out and see the way it's set up now. That is something. Rightio, back these things in here, I guess. Pick this up. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Not quite done. Not quite done. Now we are. Well, I don't like tea, so definitely coffee for me, but then maybe I just never tried good tea. Who knows, says Absent Nix. I like my tea with no sugar, a little bit of milk. I like an English breakfast or an everyday. And like, if you give me a PG tips, I'll probably be like, ugh. Not too keen on PG tips, so, you know, maybe try some different brands and stuff. Oh yeah, how are we doing over here? We made any sales? One sale, excellent. And a few more of those. Cool. Yeah, the shop gets some use. Oh, this has changed too, has it? Anyway, I'm just passing by. I got something I want to show you. Have you ever tried Earl Grey tea? Yes, I have. Just started working at my local train station for the kiosk. The amount of coffee or tea that we serve every day is nuts. Yep, we've been serving up a lot of that at train stations. People commuting, getting a hot drink on the go. Wow, almost out of fire rockets. Alright. What are we looking for over here? Oh, do you see something different? Do you see something that's changed? Chat, don't let me down here. Don't let me down. Oh, I remember working on this project on stream earlier. Come on now. Nice one, says Ye Old Envelope. What's changed? We're at the Bone Mage's place. Come on, chat. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I just stood on a spike. Not enough of y'all are chatting. We got 900 peeps tuned in. Say something in chat. Don't leave me hanging here. Have you built an ocean again? Thanks. Wow. Y'all don't know. Y'all can't see. I'm just not going to tell you then. I'm just going to crack on. Dang, I'm disappointed. I thought all of y'all were deep into your Bone Mage lore. You knew where it was happening. You knew where it was at. Well, in that case, we'll just leave it be, I think. Anyway, I had some ideas for this area. One would be a passageway when you get to the top here. Because it always looked to me like this would make a good entrance. Especially when you see it from further back. So if we had a cave here, right, it could go somewhere else. Where it would go, I don't know. But like, there's stuff being built over here. So maybe, like, a path comes out the back and connects with this thing. It's a shame there wasn't like an interesting cave thing right next door. The lush caves are a little low down, unfortunately. They kind of start here, though. And you can whip through them in that direction. So yeah, or maybe some sort of shop or something right in front of us. Is what we could do. Then up the top, I want to build some stuff too. What you need to do a build like this is a little bit of story. So now that we got the Bone Tower and the Bone Shantytown built, like, what's going to go in front of it? I kind of had a couple ideas a long time ago. Who's doing that? I am a bone! Stop shooting at me! We are supposed to be in allegiance with one another, you and I. Okay, you're dead. That solves that. I feel like maybe building some more bones sticking out of the ground could be a cool touch. But what ideas do y'all think could fit right in front of this area here? Maybe we could have a pathway that leads up and like a bunch of like little totems with campfires on. The thing that I'm thinking is with this stuff is that you gotta have a story like to really tell with these kinds of builds, and I'm not sure what the story is out the front here, but since the Bone Mage Tower, I mean, like, there's magic going on here. Spooky magic. Maybe something related to that. A graveyard is a pretty good idea. If there were a spot for a graveyard, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a better place on Hermitcraft, right? Now, graveyards usually come with walls around them, like decrepit, falling apart walls. I've never built a graveyard before. If we came around to this spot, I now have access to many of the different block types that we might need to interact with today. Although I did just chew through a massive wedge of stone. So if we run low on this stuff, I'll have to swing over to the depot. Yeah, but all of our wall textures are like right in front of us. And I can just grab this stuff. And convert them, right? So just pick the wall one each time. Oh, that reminds me of something I really wanted to do was build a vine farm. Dang it, another one of those notes I didn't get round to writing down. Didn't we make some iron bars a minute ago? They would probably complement pretty well. Yeah, I absolutely need a spot for a vine farm. Maybe I could just build it under this thing, right? Like, it gets loaded a fair bit when people log into the area. I was half wondering about making like an AFK vine farm design. Did you know graveyards are attached to a church? If they are not, they are a cemetery. I have a weird feeling I've never heard that distinction explained before, but when you hear it, it feels like, yeah, of course, I know that, right? Surely I know that. Oh, and they attach like that too. That's good. That's really good. Put a little spike on that bit there. Yeah, like building walls with this stuff is not going to be tricky. But making them look good might be a little more of a challenge. Wait, how did I run out of one already? Oh, did I not make cobble walls? Apparently not. I skipped that one. that was really disorienting. It's like, wait, what? I've only just started. What's going on? More ribs curling in from the other side of the mountain, maybe, says Chapter Corey. So we've got those ones there for the path. So you're suggesting maybe just in this area down here there's some more ribs? I think would be tolerable. I made an AFK vine farm once. I named it the Lazy River, and it became a tourist attraction on the server. People came by and did the work for free, which was pretty fun. That does sound pretty cool. Yeah, I could put the vine farm under here if I just wanted to put it somewhere, you know. So having the random assortment of blocks is fine and dandy, but not too much randomness. And the occasional spike as well. Looking good so far. I think what blocks go below are going to say a lot in this build too. Almost looks like it might be building a little bit of a gate there. Yeah, so slowly develop up some crooked walls. What blocks are we going to put below the mud? Podzol. I still have my trusty bed. That is genius, says Reversary. To the message. I made an... Oh, wait, that was the one that I read out loud. I see. Jax says more ribs. Well, if we want to put more ribs in, then I need bone blocks. Which I decided to no longer carry so many around at once. Yeah, so like... How many we got there? 5? Let's make 4 over here. Like... 1... 2, 3, 4, something like that. We'll build them up. We'll space them out a little different. That's just me putting a marker there because we're going to bring our wall alongside it, right? Just trying to like as we like randomize the blocks a little bit, just make it feel somehow a bit more natural. I don't know what I mean by that. It just needs to feel right when you look across at it. So just building this bit up a little bit more right next to where those bones are, like naturally. I think if you include little details like that for yourself, where it's like, you know why it's that way, I feel like that goes far with this stuff. So you don't need to be told that there's more next to where the bones are, but it'll just naturally look right. That's kind of how I look at it. Oh yeah, and like, why can't this ever have a little grouping like that, you know? Like, you tell yourself, oh yeah, no, wait, what am I doing? That can't go like that, but why not? Why not? It makes them all look a bit clustered, though. I'm going to do that. So yeah, a little bit more built up right where the bones are. In which case, I think I'm going to play down this bit here as well. Yeah, looking much better now. This is probably like your classic entrance, right? Just kind of makes it obvious like that, then the path will come in. Something like that, maybe? And then... Here it's going to go the other way. I am going to be out of these mossy blocks so quick. Yeah, that feels like the entrance. This is kind of working so far, I think. Might be prudent to make the ground underneath the wall before the wall. I think we can do that one either way. I think we'll be okay on that front. The thing now is that my vine supply is going to be ridiculously low. That is basically all the vineage I have. So I need to build a vine farm to finish that. I'm going to hop into... Ooh. Hang on, let me make sure I can actually see what I'm streaming for a second. That one. No, it doesn't work. Great, I'll do it manually. Okay. Glad I did that. Clear the hotbar. Okay, and we continue. Right, so what popped into my mind a second ago when we started talking about a vine farm? Pretty simple concept. I'm just going to pick random blocks. I don't think I need to worry about what ones they are too much. Yeah, I think I need to place the next block of water here. Yep. So like one over, I think that was. Right, so with that shape, everything goes down to a single spot. Pretty easy to understand. The next thing we want, I kind of had this picture of putting a barrier between the player and the next bit, which I realised doesn't really make much sense. So like, literally just have a rail going around in a circle. So the player can AFK going, oh, wait a minute, no. This doesn't work because you have to turn. You can't turn when you're AFK. Like, you'll keep facing the same way. Ah. I kind of like the idea of this layout just because everything went to a single spot, right? So you'll probably just have to do the classic back and forth. Just use observers and pistons, says Go Kunix. I don't think that turns the way the player's looking. At least the rail isn't going around in a square. I mean, the rail is laid out in a square shape. What if you have the player in the water facing straight up? Having them face straight up is interesting, but then it's only ever going to look at... I see what you're getting at. Like, if you look straight up, this can go... Well, hang on, there's a very peculiar idea. The player's inventory would then sort of be where the vines collect, unless you just followed the player around with a hopper minecart. Huh. So what if we had them looking up? Not thought of doing that, I had not. Yeah, I guess on one side you need like a comeback route. I should really be using World Edit, like it's here, let's use it. Wait, what? Set wood planks should work? No, oak planks, gosh. Going back a long ways for when they were called that. Yeah, so something like this. I don't think I'll set out all the rails, but you can see the idea. Going round in a circle. Well, not a circle, in a loop. So then we want our vines. Would sitting in a boat with water streams? I don't know if they turn. I'm going to guess they won't. I don't know how far the player reaches up, but I don't think it's going to be further than that. Oh, here's the other thing. So... Wait, where's their hitbox? Where's the shears pointing? And at what speed do they need to be able to mine these blocks? I don't actually think I like this idea too much. It seems like it might be really finicky to pull off. Because now you're in the middle, but you've actually got to aim to the side. Then you're going to jostle round. And the speed of it... I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one. I think maybe we think about this another time. I was kind of in a different space. I think Cubfan has a shop for buying vines. And they better not be pricey. Oh gosh, we're about to get fleeced. Yeah, I'll have a little think about the vine farm. The thing is, I can build one. I just had a vision for a different one in my head. I don't think much has changed when it comes to the vine farm game in a while, right? So it shouldn't be tricky to build an automated one. Just need to think through the components a little bit, that's all. Alright, so saplings on this floor. Then we got bushes. No, wrong way. That's grass. Hey, there we go. Oh, dang it, Cub. It's not that bad, really. You have to face one direction in the minecart and build the place the vine harvesting according to that, like a netherwort farm. Yeah, I know that's how that works. I'd like to try and figure out something different, is what I'm getting at, you know? Like, I played this game for 11 years. I've built that vine farm plenty of times. It's like, I just kind of want to find a different way. Oh, I need to go back over there and get stone as well, because if I'm going to craft up new blocks... You know the way that terracotta, for example, is dyed 8 to 1? Do you think there should be some consistency with that? Like wall blocks should be 8 to 1. And then maybe vines to stone bricks 8 to 1. I'd be in favour of that. Where am I going here? Are we actually out? No, of course we're not. Of course we're not. Might be out of cobblestone though. Wherever it is. It's over here. Something different, question mark, says Pendula. Yeah, you know. Don't, like, yes, there's the super efficient farm for every type of thing, but the fun of the game is designing new stuff, right? You may not always have a new, more efficient thing, but sometimes it's just cool to figure out there's a different way of doing stuff. Okay, put that away. Chest monster. The chest monster's here. I guess I can put some of my own vines back now. I was just about to say, didn't I buy 4 stacks? I did, but they were half stacks. Or does it not work like that? So what did I want? I want these for walls, so I probably just want 16 for now. Yeah, about that much for now. Need a project chest. There we go, project chest. Did I just make the same one twice? I don't think I did. Now I need some cobble walls. Cool, let's continue building then. So you keep using vines, but you can use moss for mossy cobble. Really? I forgot about that. I forgot about that one. You're absolutely right. Dang, that's a good one. That's a good one, really. I just forgot again. Too many things getting added. Don't put derp face. I worry about you lot on your derp faces. Oh my god. Do you know how many different facts and tidbits there are about this game? Do you know every little bit? Oh, you do you? Some sort of brain scientist? Is that who you are? Know everything about Minecraft, do you? Get a life. Jeez. You know everything about Minecraft. Get a life. I'd rather be a derp. Jeez. Jeez Louise, right. Okay, let's get to the building. Liger, thank you ever so much for the raid, my dude. How you doing, buddy? I didn't know you do streams, but now I do. And thank you for 36 months. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream, the many seconds of it you've managed to watch so far. Appreciate you bringing your peeps by. Occasional little details go a long way. Okay. Kind of coming around to where this thing might end now, I think. So down in this space. Yeah, gonna wrap it round real quick. What are we looking for here? Stone blocks. Oh yeah, I just got a load. Do I want that many? Yeah, go on then. What is it with me and like not trying to make too many and then coming back and making a trip and being like, I didn't make enough. Yeah. Useless, aren't I? It's looking alright, okay. That, I think. That's going to be it for me. There's our wall. Also for these pigs dancing around in the middle of it. Gonna have to build a path into it. Gonna have to get those blocks underneath textured. I think what I want to do next though is that. That should be pretty straightforward. There's only a handful of blocks involved there. Okay, bone blocks, we got them. I mean, I was about to say I hope we don't need more, but that's not really a problem. We've got more up here. Oh, that's different. Oh, I've left a block. I thought I might have left several project chest blocks behind. That's actually one of the other materials that I need. And this thing has bones in it. Huh. I left that behind and didn't even realise it. When I was working on this area over here, finishing it off. No one noticed though, no one cares. Poor old Xisuma. Putting in that time and effort, no one even notices. God. There's a lot of stuff here we can use as well. That is the point of this though. It's the absolute point. Like we've got the podzol, the coarse dirt, all that kind of stuff. So now we will have the sandstone wall. So we got like a full palette of the 3 blocks. Did I? Oh, I also used smooth stone stairs and smooth sandstone. So let's bring those over. Let's get artistic. Let's get artistic. Gonna need to reference this a fair bit, I think. Only use like 1 or 2 calcite blocks on each bit. Just gotta make. I think you just gotta think fingers, right? Hey, 4 fingers. Where's the thumb? Like a craggly old finger thing there. Ah, fell down too far. I think this kind of works so far. Quite enough craggle to it. Craggle being my new favourite word. How did I do the blocks on the grounds? Like, not a lot of actual, like, block going into the ground over here, but I'm going to put one like this. Bit craggly. Let's get the second one done. This one's got to bend back, but kind of end up going in a bit of a different direction, I think. Or maybe just keep it relatively straight. I'm going to put that there. What if we do... There we go. Did I put a calcite block on that one? I did. That does not look right to me in the slightest. Nah, doesn't work. Question is, do they keep running for another year? Longest running Hermitcraft season ever, says Rogue. Could be, couldn't it? You know? Season 9finity, right? Which was the season of that joke? Was it season 6finity, wasn't it? Pretty sure that's the one. It feels like this one just leans back too much. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Jeez, don't ever do that again. Right. I reckon after the short season 8, hermits are going to be yearning a long season. I like long seasons. feel like you have more fun the longer the season. There's more in the world to offer. That feels better. It feels just like a little bit more distinct from the one next to it. Now this one's obviously going to be a bit bigger, a bit wider. Season 6finity. I still remember it fondly. Of course you do. It's infinite. Okay, that was easy. That was easy, that one. Hey, I'm still here for it. This has been an epic season thus far. I've followed so many hermits this season, says Rogue TV. Yeah, it's been a good one. Rightio. Okay, so this one here now. Oop, that didn't place right. Yeah, this one's definitely got to be a bit taller than the others, right? I feel like I'm missing something here. These ones, I'll look at them. They're mostly too wide. And yet these ones, they're all one wide. Exception of that. That's the trick. Oh, now I can see it a little better. So if I go put that there. Oh my god, it makes so much more sense now. Need that too wideness. Official term. That bit kind of fails at the end, but I think that's the rough idea. I don't know. Now I've got to parkour back up there. Okay, so that means that over here I should probably get something like this going. Gonna double up on that one. Bit of calcite. Am I getting it right, peeps? I feel like I'm getting there. It's been a minute since I did this. But hey, more craggly bones coming out of the ground. I've also recently started rewatching Season 1. It's amazing to see how far things have come and how people Corralis have changed and grown up. Neither version... Why are you pointing out Corralis there? Jeez. Neither version is bad, it's just they're so different it could easily be two separate people. Oh, okay. Don't know quite what you're getting at there, but sure. I mean, maybe, hey, maybe I'll go back and, you know, I live for it. So maybe I remember it differently, but yeah, I guess it could certainly be a little different. The times have changed, right? I guess. Times have changed. Okay, let's go up here. Do that. I'm going to put one there. Oh my god, what is that thing? Wait, aha! Windows! This is not supposed to be running on my system. But now I've found a way to open it. I get this pop-up to do in Minecraft, and I'm like, I thought I disabled this. Why is it working? Wait, is this showing up on stream? I should probably... Oh, now it's gone. I should probably double check if that shows up. But now I know the key thing. I sort of assumed it wouldn't. Hang on a second. That doesn't show up. Cool. I'm going to see if I can turn it off real quick. Apparently it's not installed on my system yet. It pops up. Yeah, it doesn't show on stream. I've just verified that. I'm going to have to look into it more later. That's really annoying though. Like, it's not supposed to be on the system. Is it the Xbox overlay? Yes, the Xbox overlay. It's apparently it's not installed on my system yet. It still pops up. They look cool. They look cool, actually. I'm happy with that. Oh, it looks super weird when I'm looking at a block. Right, if we can build up the area a little bit more, that's definitely... Oh, that adds quite a bit, actually. I like that. I feel like there might even be room to put something in here, but probably more of a terrain-driven thing. So now that we've added that, let's think about the terrain that goes near it. Probably like we did here. I think gravel, coarse dirt, and andesite come to mind as candidates. Right, so thanks to my beautiful ender chest. And it is beautiful. Okay. We just made light work of all of that. Okay, next up. This chest has got the podzol. It's got the coarse dirt. It's got brown mushroom blocks. Yeah, I need more dripstone. Is there a dripstone shop? Chat, is there a dripstone shop? I need to know. Didn't I say gravel and andesite were the other ones? Maybe a little cobble too. Tough, maybe? Don't want to overdo it though. And gravel... I think gravel would go in this one as a natural block, but I don't think I ever got round to giving it its spot. So with gravel, luckily there's some in here. See what Pearl's trash shop has. You can trade there. I'm not doing that again. Next, Tubbing says settings, gaming, Xbox game bar disabled. Yeah, it's disabled. It's not installed on the system. I can't see a process for it running in Task Manager. There's nothing in programs and uninstall, right? Like I can't, and it says it's disabled in the settings menu. Yet for some reason it pops up when I'm playing Minecraft. Right, according to chat, no one knows if there's actually a dripstone shop. Seems to just be guesswork. Okay, so let's get in. Oh, I need my shovel now, don't I? Guess what? I've got an ender chest for that. Oh, Windows Update just adds that stuff right back, says Oski Ed. It does with other things. You see the settings go back, but like it's not like I've had an update and it's come back. I mean, I checked it yesterday. I haven't updated anything since. You know, it's as far as I can tell, it's not on the system. There's not even like a gamebar.exe running or a Xbox game bar thing running. Like, I just can't suss it out. Like, how is it on the system? I know, no one sells dripstone, says Penderloft. Thanks. I think, I can't think of any shops, so probably isn't one. Oh yeah, I came back here for a tool, not a block. I'm like looking for a block, but it's a tool that I need. Ask ChatGPT. I've been using ChatGPT more and more. I'm going to get the Pro Edition and start using it for some experiments and stuff. It's super fascinating technology. So yeah, around here, I think we'll keep it coarse dirt. Keep it kind of light. I think dripstone would really like fit in with that. Because the grass here, like, you don't want to remove it entirely. It is kind of like part of the picture, so to speak. Well, I got a shovel and now I'm not using it. I've had the same problem. I've been unable to find a workaround, says Pax1. Dang. Dang, let me know if you find anything. Is it the built-in game bar when you hit Windows key plus G? Yes, correct. That's the one. Oh wait, where's my Podzol at? Like Podzol. Yeah, it's a bit bold, Podzol. But a little bit of it here and there won't harm. I really feel like dripstone will fit in so nicely here. Just don't have a lot of it. Right, a few more blocks of this here and there, and I think we're kind of good. Just roughens it up a little bit. We are lacking like any slabs down there. Any like heightly blocks. Now I want to focus on like what goes underneath the wall. We can take a cue from starting over here, I think. There is a ChatGPT app out now as well, only for the iOS. I was going to install it on my iPad at some point. You can use like you can use your voice to text on it, which I think is fantastic. Can't you change the sound of the notification itself so it's silent? Yes, I believe you can do that. Nexa recommends running a command through PowerShell. I've tried doing that as well, and I can't get rid of it that way. Yeah, I looked up the command. I know how to use PowerShell and stuff to get rid of the bloat. With this one, I just can't get it to go away. I think maybe it's like built into something else that doesn't share the name or something. That's the only thing I could really think of. I think we can keep that Podzol over on that side. Occasional bit of tough, lots of that. I might as well clear out all of this stone actually. Like, I'm being a bit finicky, but like all of this stone needs to go, so let's start to get rid of it. Penderluff says, I just saw the animation on Twitter, your Pearl shop rant, because Pearl replied to it. It's just as funny as the moment live. Yeah, it's terrific, isn't it? Love that animation. Check your hotkey settings in Minecraft, says Drefram. What for? I use it for a bunch of refining D&D ideas. It works really well. If you're on about ChatGPT, you can use it for so much stuff. I'm just getting into the habit of using it more and more at the moment. I do actually want to keep like a fair bit of this grass on this side. I kind of like, as much as it's quite jarring, I do like the grass here. So we'll not try and overdo the removal of it, is what I'm thinking. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. Okay, and I think we're kind of hitting the limits here. Yeah, we'll leave a little bit in there, and that'll be that. I'll leave that one as podzol. Don't often see cemeteries in Minecraft. This is cool. Yeah, you don't really, do you? I don't know. Depends where you go looking for Minecraft builds. I can think of a couple that have been built in the past on Hermitcraft. We could say, like, this is where the Bone Mage's victims lay. Or his ancestors. I think ancestors makes more sense. Grass will now grow near the walls because it's more likely it won't be cleaned. That's a good one. Yeah. Put some grass around there. Feels old school doing this without a good old beacon. And yes, this whole area on the inside is ready for some sort of big transformation, right? So, going back to these walls. Get more of this stuff in. Not so bad, not so bad. That works. Right, and then we need like grass and stuff on those hills. I definitely feel that. Right, grass is full. Podzol. Basically, you can like shift click stuff back in. Nice and easy. We didn't use any mushroom blocks. Cobwebs are going to be good in this area. Hanging roots have to be upside down, don't they? So that's something we can't... Where's, there's something missing here. I know where it is. It's in this one. That is what I want next. And probably some ferns and dead bushes. Yeah, these three details, I think, oops, wrong way around, are what we want. And before we get too carried away, we do want to step back, of course. Much better now, isn't it? Much better. Okay, we're going to continue then. Not so much into that space. I've got a feeling we might do something different there. Right, and I'm running out of the grass. Which is actually super easy to make if you stop and think about it for just like a second. Putting these dead bushes closer to the... those things, whatever they are. Gonna make sense. Right, and throw a few of these down, and what you got? Something a little less plain, Mary Jane. That's a pretty decent start, I think. I don't think there's enough height variance. In fact, these ones all have the same height. When we looked at it earlier, I thought they didn't, but they do. That's something I'm going to come back and correct. Maybe change the game bar open shortcut key. If you open the game bar and on top of the top bar is settings shortcut. Why would I change it? I just want to get rid of it. I don't want to use it. The fact that it notifies me stuff is really irritating. It's like, nope, I don't want that. Okay. Where's my cow site? Isn't it in here? Yeah, there you go. And bone blocks. How about wither roses for the cemetery if you have any on hand? Yeah, I might put a few in when we build it. So I want to make this one... Oh, come on, place. There we go. I want to make this one taller. Ah! Such a pain. Got it. That's a bit more manageable, I think. And then... What other one? I think that one there needs to be made taller. Why am I there? Weird. Oh! Whoops. Oh, and again. Yeah, I think this just needs to be like a tiny bit taller. And then you got like a bit of a slant going on, right? That'll make it just look a little smaller on that side, I think. Yeah, no, this one I think needs a fair bit of trimming, actually. We need to make it feel a lot smaller. Right, I think that might be it for the hand. That's the hand. Also... what should I take a screenshot of? I like the bee in there as well. Let's go with that. There's our thumbnail. Press the right button next. Oh, managed to press the right button. Look at me. I removed my Xbox game bar using one PowerShell command. I'll link it if it's allowed. Don't link PowerShell commands. Like I said, I've tried that. It looks like it's not on my system. You go to the settings, it's disabled. You can't find it. It doesn't appear to be running in the Control Delete Task Manager. Like, it's really weird. I can't find it anywhere. It's been uninstalled in PowerShell, yet it still pops up when I play Minecraft. Like, my suspicion is maybe it's built into Minecraft instead of into the system or something, right? Like, I know how to do all of those things. I've been doing them and it's just been odd. Been very odd. Did I get the tuff from one of the chests? If I did, it's this one over here, isn't it? Yeah. Then I'm pretty sure I got the mud. Bone blocks. They're full up. And calcite we got from there. Right. The trick is to put everything, like, back in, you know? Otherwise you end up with loads of junk. That'll go in the purple one. Gotta love the organisation, right? Ow! Dude, that's rude. Nice. Right, we did good today. Undertook some building for a new project, a little bit of organic, off-the-cuff stuff, which I kind of like. I want to get into more of that. And constructed a lot of the eye-by tunnel. It was a good one. Peeps, I hope you've been entertained today. Be sure to hit that follow button here on Twitch if you enjoyed yourself, and stick around if you'd like to be a part of a raid. which I'm now going to go figure out. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll stream again on Monday. Not really sure what the plan is at the moment. But you'll see me sometime soon, I guess. Right. This raid. Oh my god, I'm doing such a bad job at figuring it out. Hey! False is streaming, so the Hermitcraft action continues. Good for you. More Hermitcraft. Stick around, be a part of the raid, and I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.